You know who's having a great time? Who got himself into trouble because he couldn't handle his libido, but now seems like he's having a great time. Have you seen photos of Jared Fogle in jail?
No.
My God, he's slimmer than ever.
Oh, they said he lost some weight, huh?
He's lost weight. He's getting a degree in culinary arts. He's playing ping pong. It looks like he's having the time of his life. He looks like a military man now in his uniform.
How much time is he doing? 15 years, right? He got 15 fucking years.
I think so, but it seems like he'd be better off just staying in there. Because the minute he gets out, people don't forget about this stuff. 15 years from now, it'll be
He'll
like,
go back to Subway, probably.
You think so?
Yeah.
You think Subway will be like, oh yeah, let's bring the pedophile back?
Yeah, 15 years, 8 months. He has to serve a minimum of 13 before becoming eligible for early release.
15 years he has to serve?
He's got to serve 13.
He has to serve 13. He was sentenced to 15 and 8 months.
Dude, he's making the most of it. I can't believe it. I'm looking at this picture.
How old is he?
40,
41?
40, 41, something like that.
So he'll be out when he's like 50, because he's already been in for a couple
he's
years.
41.
Yeah, so 50, 51, 52, something like that.
Fucking 13 years in jail.
I mean, it's not like it's going to be any better outside for him. He's got to be on the sex offender list now.
Yeah.
He's not getting any gigs.
What's he going to do with his job?
That's what I'm saying.
For a job.
If I'm him, ping pong, culinary arts degree, I got food, I'm staying in jail. It doesn't look like he's having a bad time. Doesn't look like people are harassing him.
He's been beaten up once.
Once. Big deal. He's been there for a year.
Is he in a special jail?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
Yeah, exactly. He's in Awesome Town jail.
It's apparently a very low security, like his door's always open. He can come and go as he pleases.
It's amazing.
It's a low level, you know.
Yeah, he's going to do a runaway.
I mean, he's probably thinking he'll get out of jail. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it looks like he can run.
Yeah.
He's probably thinking he'll get out of jail and he'll be a cook or something because he can just be in the back of a kitchen somewhere and nobody will pay any attention.
Right.
But no restaurant wants to hire a pedophile chef.
No, they'll all know it's him.
Of course they will. Hey, we got the pedophile sandwich guy cooking our food. I'm not coming here anymore.
Jim McClure says no.
Why?
Because he's a buzzkill, dude.
He hates to see it wasted.
Your seed?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a big thing. He doesn't want to see my seed wasted. Jim is very biblical.
Does he know
this? Shall not put his seed upon the ground.
Does he know the stall door will be shut?
He doesn't care. It's the wasting of my seed.
He says personal business should be taken care of at home.
Yeah.
Do you know? I mean, there are people in this building that defecate in this building.
Well, yeah, there's toilets.
Yeah, I don't see how that's worse than jerking off.
That's a good point. You picture me arguing in front of the board saying that?
Just look.
Who here is not shit in this building? Oh, they look down ashamed because they know I'm right.
Yeah, you bring in a picture of your defecation and a picture of your ejaculate, and you go, which one's grosser, guys? Come on.
Or I take pictures, like over the period of 6 months, of every one of their shoes under a stall.
What were you guys doing in there, huh?
And I match it up with the shoes in the meeting, and I shame them all into apologizing.
Right. Yeah, that's what how I think it would work. I think you should at least think about it. But
what do you do when you're a pedophile sandwich promoter and you get out? It wasn't like what else can you do? His whole life was being this public pitchman.
Maybe he feels like if he can get the culinary degree, that'll be enough to go to Subway and go, why don't you make me your head chef? Because he's probably got the connections at Subway. And then Subway has to be like, no, what? You went to jail for child porn. You can't be our head chef.
Is there a way when these guys get out?
Yeah.
If registered like criminals or sex offenders turn their lives around, is there any kind of show online for them, for people who have turned their life around and don't misbehave? Or is there not? I mean,
not for sex offenders.
Maybe not sex offenders, but for other criminals. I mean, the guy from the Browns.
Child sex offenders.
Yeah, that's true. That's a harsh one. But the guy from the Browns just got a gay. I mean, the guy, the one football player, I forget his name.
Kareem Hunt.
What's that? Kareem Hunt got hired by the Browns.
What did he do?
They picked him up. He beat up the girl in that hotel.
Look, it's a totally different deal.
Can you show Kareem Hunt?
It's a totally different deal.
No, I'm just saying guys who have fucked up do get work. The pedophiles different, but
if Jared Fogle was in the NFL, he'd have a deal the second he got out.
You think? Yeah, the NFL. Of
course he would.
Can you still throw?
Yeah.
You still catch?
Then you're in.
Yeah, being a pedo is a rough one. But could other guys who have done other fucked up stuff, even if it's sex offender, can they get? Is there any kind of a show for people who have just, or even them?
What do you mean a show?
Like a TV
anything.
You want to put criminals on TV?
Why? I mean, there's already criminals on TV. There's already criminals on TV. There's already criminals in the NFL. There's criminals in the NBA.
I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I just don't think that there's. I wouldn't just watch a show because you're out of jail.
Yeah, this is the. I might even say I would watch it. Is there anything for them, or is there not?
There are places to hire ex-cons, but there's a difference between being an ex-con and being on the child sex watch list.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
That's what Jared's problem is. If Jared were going to jail for robbery or even a domestic disturbance or something like that, he could get out of jail and he'd be all right.
Yeah, this is a rough one. This football. We're watching the football.
Yeah, of course it is, and he hasn't even been suspended yet. They're still investigating it, and the Browns are like, "We'll take you."
It is funny how, and again, I don't care if he has a job. Good, let him work. I mean, but the NFL. This is why I hate the NFL. They're so fucking phony with their stupid PSAs.
Oh yeah. What if we make him do a PSA and then everything's better?
Past behaviors are one thing. But why doesn't the NFL do this? From one period on, like from today on, when everybody knows the rules, so you're not being penalized for things you've done in the past. Yeah. From this day on,
you can't beat up your spouses.
If you beat up your spouse, you cannot ever be in the NFL.
Well, here's the other thing. People love football players. People love musicians. People love artists.
People hate wives.
People hate wives. But all athletes and celebrities are able to get out of this stuff. As I've told you before. In New Rock City, Ray Rice is 100% hero. There's no conversation about, well, he did. Nope, nobody's trying to talk about that right now.
So go from this point forward. So you don't penalize the guy who's paid his price, who's gone to jail, whatever. If there's any type, if you beat up your fucking spouse, you can never be in the NFL. Like, I'm not saying I want to see that happen.
Well,
but I mean, if they really want to make a stand, instead of doing all these fucking fake PSAs and all this politically correct garbage and all this fucking nonsense. Oh, don't do that at the halftime show. Oh, don't let your nipple pop out at the halftime show.
Nipples are more harmful than beating up spouses.
That's why they're such fucking cunts, the NFL. From this point forward, if you beat up your spouse, you can never be in the NFL.
Or just any woman, because this wasn't.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, or any partner,
or just anybody. If you commit assault and you're a football player,
that's a little rough because you've been in a bar. Guy starts with you. That's different than a domestic incident. I wouldn't say any assault.
I think
harsh.
I think it would be okay if you're getting paid millions of dollars to play football to not be at a bar drinking where you can get yourself into a situation. If a UFC guy committed assault on somebody, not self-defense but assault. It'd be like, what are you doing, man?
I still hold domestic incidents in a different light.
It's worse.
Anything where you beat up a woman. And how about this? If you're caught on a fucking hotel camera beating up a woman, you're assaulting a woman, like beating her up.
Right.
Throwing her to the ground and hitting her.
Well, the NFL also knows they would do that if people weren't going to watch football.
Yeah.
But people are going to keep watching football anyway.
That's not realistic. I'm only making the point that there's such fucking fake cocksuckers. That's why they're such fucking hateable. Like, you want to stop domestic violence, that's what you do.
The only reason people do any of this stuff is because of business. Nobody's going to stop watching football because of this. Everybody can say that they don't like it all they want, but all these football fans, they want their team to win. They don't care. So that's where the NFL is not going to do anything about it.
Yeah.
But the issue is, Jared Fogle was hawking sandwiches. Nobody gives a fuck about the guy with the big pants selling sandwiches. So when he gets out of jail, people aren't going to go, oh, finally, my sandwich guy is back.
I care about him. The big pants. You see the picture where he's holding the pants?
He can fit into one leg. Can you believe that?
I was watching last night. I'm watching The Office again. Probably the 30th time I've gone through this series. Mm-hmm. The one at the end of season 1 where David Brent has announced that he's leaving. He wants to give Gareth something from The Office, and he says the guitar, and he goes, well, not the guitar. And then he gives him the hole puncher, and he picks it up, and the little round things fall out of it. He goes, it's like confetti. He's so sad, he tries to laugh. That's such a good show. Yeah, Jared Fogle.
But he is making the most of his time in jail.
Yeah.
It's not going to matter.
No. I mean, like you said, he wants to do something behind the scenes. Does he have any money left?
I think he was spending it all on child porn. I'm
Did
assuming.
His wife divorce him?
I can't imagine.
I wonder if that's done, but sorry, I wonder if that's done with guys like him and Harvey Weinstein for like legal reasons too, so other people can't get the money. Like, do their wives really want to just be away from them, or their wives like, look, we got to protect half the assets, so...
Or their wives are like, look, you're going to be spending a lot of money on legal fees, not my half.
Give me half now.
Yeah, I'm going to get the half right now because you're a fucking scumbag. I'm going to take my money, and then you figure out what you're going to do with your half. But I'm taking mine.
His wife talks about, does Katie McLaughlin
Oh,
talk
poor
about.
Katie.
She said she knew nothing about his involvement, and I believe that.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine any wife would go, I knew he was into child pornography, but I looked past it.
Wait, why is she? Oh, she's suing Subway, and she said they knew about it since 2004, but never did anything. When the wife is suing a company, come on.
Do you think Subway really knew about it for 10 years?
They might have known certain proclivities, or maybe there was a rumor with a fucking teenage. I don't know. How does a company know you're a legit pedo?
I also don't see, I don't think it would hurt Subway's business all that much to just kind of ease out of the Jared Fogle business. I'm not saying they throw him under the bus. It does hurt their business to be like, oh, this big pants guy is a pedo. But I would think if they knew in 2004 that he was a pedophile, they would figure out a new guy to hawk sandwiches for him.
Yeah.
You know?
They said he had a sexual interest with children.
Yeah.
I mean, no, that they knew he had a sexual interest with children.
That's a tough one for me to swallow.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just because I like Subway. I don't know.